We continue to follow the development in our neighboring country, that is the Republic of Zambia, where elections have been done, and we were anticipating the counting to be actually ongoing as we are speaking, and most probably by tomorrow to be having a clearer winner. But from the look of things, the Electoral Commission of Zambia decided to halt the process, citing issues of violence. There are many developments that are coming from that particular country, from both the opposition as well as also some Zambians. We are also witnessing highly disturbing pictures. We hope that this process will not escalate into another Zimbabwe where there is not democracy at all. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So according to the reports that we are receiving from the Republic of Zambia, is that the military has been deployed to the streets of Zambia to suppress the already protesting Zambians. I think this situation could have been controlled if indeed the Electoral Commission of Zambia did not act in a manner it has decided to act. The Zambians expect nothing but a smooth flow of the elections. I don't know what happens whether Hakainde Hichilema wins or whether Brian Mundubile wins, but each of the leaders should not actually seek to descend Zambia into chaos. Already, it's an issue that election counting has been halted. The questions that comes into mind is whose interest are elections actually counting halted? Whose interest is that? Who said this counting should stop when there is violence? Who said the count? In fact, we were expecting maybe deployments of the military if ever the violence was even overcoming the police. Maybe to the polling stations, but counting going on and election observers in polling centers. The reports that we are hearing that election observers are being chased away from the polling stations before the counting is concluded. That on its own is suspicious and renders the process highly questionable, and also the outcome definitely may be questionable. Somebody is in the business of rigging elections. I can attest to you. And also the Electoral Commission of Zambia is exercising the power that they do not have. They don't have the power to actually suspend the counting throughout the nation of Zambia without a reasonable explanation. And also, according to Brian Mundubile, he says, urgent public statement, just to confirm that I'm being interrogated by officers from the Zambia Army over the two videos I released earlier today. I appeal for calm from all supporters as we allow the due process to proceed. And now, what is the army? What does the army have to do with elections in Zambia? Definitely, someone is misusing state apparatus, and also the state apparatus are allowing themselves to be misused. Zambia is a democratic country, and in a democratic country, definitely we don't expect military officers to be going after civilians, questioning them if ever they are criminal offenses. And also, he says, pertaining to videos that he recorded earlier, I think as a candidate, he has a right to freedom of expression. What Zambia is descending into under Hakainde Hichilema, it is actually a shame that has to be condemned by all sane human beings. Definitely, we don't expect this. If he's winning, let him win fairly. But if it's a matter of actually undermining the rights of the participant, as well as also undermining the rights of the citizens of Zambia, then definitely such an individual does not deserve respect. So I think from the look of things, Hakainde Hichilema seems shaken. He last posted about 9 hours ago. It's actually a scary development, but we are seeing the military. We are seeing the military in the streets. It's a disturbing actually development altogether to see the military in the streets. And ECZ says it has reviewed the security situation in the country and lifted suspension on election vote counting and announcement. First batch of results expected to be announced at 2200 hours Central African time. That is better if they do so, but we hope everything will be done properly. Sishua saying, I have always said that Hichilema will lose this election, and only reckless industrial scale vote rigging can save him. Hichilema has lost, and the suspension of the counting of ballots is an attempt at facilitating this industrial scale rigging. It is only the ruling party that has the ability to steal ballot boxes because of the security at these polling stations. Clearly, this man is willing to ban Zambia for his selfish purposes. Never before has the Electoral Commission of Zambia, since its creation in 1996, suspended the counting of ballots. I said that this was a serious miscalculation, and a Zambian broadcast journalist, Alice Mutangala, earlier reporting that the Electoral Commission of Zambia has ordered all stakeholders to leave the election results totaling center. She said that only police officers and Electoral Commission officials have been allowed to remain inside the center. The development comes after the Electoral Commission of Zambia temporarily suspended the counting process. Let's hear this lady actually speaking and reporting the matter.
Hello, friends of Chengelo. Following the statement that was issued by the Electoral Commission of Zambia, ECZ, all post staff and other stakeholders have been requested to leave the totaling center, and only the police and the presiding officers have been requested to remain behind. Stakeholders, including myself, are about to leave the totaling center right here in Kalishi district. For Radio Chengelo, I am Alice Mutangala.
You see, already this shows you that something is off. How do you order agents that are observing the elections to actually vacate the premises? This on its own shows that there is something rigging is on the horizon. I can attest to the pictures that we are seeing, the military actually on the streets of Zambia is unwarranted, and I think it should. The process of elections should be allowed to unfold without these scary pictures. The United Nations in Zambia on August 14, 2026 refuted claims circulating on social media that UN observers congratulated the presidential candidate after the August yes. So, you know, because of the current development, that is bound to cause of confusion. It's bound to get a lot of confusion. So we're monitoring the very scary developments. that are coming. Pictures, we are seeing very, very scary pictures from Zambia, where the military is in the streets. And I understand also the main opposition leader is being questioned. That should not be happening in a democratic country. The process should be allowed to be flawless. The process should be allowed to deliver the people-oriented results. That is what we wish and pray for Zambia. So otherwise, at the moment, everything is on standstill. And from the look of things, the results that have trickled through, the opposition leader definitely giving hard times to the current sitting president. He has already claimed victory in Thursday's presidential and parliamentary elections based on his party's parallel voter tabulation from polling stations nationwide. The Electoral Commission briefly suspended counting on August 14 due to attacks. Every time you hear a president that is losing, a sitting president, he calls for counting to stop. I remember at one point when Donald Trump of the United States of America was losing elections, he called on this process of counting to stop. And the Electoral Commission of Zambia, who is behind it, definitely making such a stance. If you hear one of the participants asking the process to stop, understand that that is offish in my view. I hope that this situation would be resolved. We don't expect Zambians to shed blood. We expect Zambians to elect their leader, and whoever they have chosen, whether it's Brian Mundubile or whether it's Hakainde Hichilema, has to be the will of the people of Zambia, and we wish them well. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Also take note that yours truly, Hloniphani Ncube, has released his album entitled Kuzo Dlula. I'll be posting the link of one of the videos in that album. I'm encouraging you to listen to it. That will make you to decide on whether to proceed and listen the next song. Ncube njalo, Umhlabane is signing. Let me love and leave you. Let's meet